further on in the buzz.
That is why they pirate our things. And them searching and searching. Like what just on the clip them.
What we gonna do right here is go back, way back into time.
Sky, are you? All the respect them eyes so book. Like a flag, hear me now. It's about it. Dig it well.
Entertainment buzz are the real thing, man. Say.
And now, our feature presentation.
Yes, we want to say a very special welcome to the E-Buzz. I don't know who this side of me, because, you know, it's like a long time. As bound to He's a long time, it does not see.
I know, it is absolutely good to be back. Thank you, Mac, for holding things down, and thank you, Bones.
Mac.
You've been...
Mac, hold it down, what, 2 weeks? It hard was me, hello.
You know, Carl, big up.
No.
As always.
P-A-L-L-L-L.
L.
Palla. Right. Pal.
Yeah, we go way back. But how you been?
Well, not as good as you. Your passport is obviously overworked. It's tired. You're calling for a union. It is overworked. But, you know, I want to say blessings to you because, you know, tonight is a blessed show.
It is, and you know, I really feel awesome just coming in, you know, when this is the type of show we're kicking things off with.
It is such a Rondell
I'm a conqueror.
positive show. Yeah. And you know, it's a Roda Isabella kind of vibe. Yes. It's all Rondell look at me like, boy, that brother here sitting around.
Yeah, when you want to stop.
You know, see Rondell look at me and I'm like, boy, that brother here up to him, man.
Yeah. But big up to our sponsors, big up to our viewers, big up to those of you who are watching us on the internet at irefm.net, and big up to those of you who are watching the live stream. Hello, thank you for joining us week after week.
Hello. Kemar, youth.
Big up to DJ Kemar holding it down. Big up to Worthy Park Estate, Rum Bar Rum, Praise the Bar.
No, Rum Bar Rum, Praise the Lord. It's a church thing.
But big up our sponsors.
Right. Big up Rum by Rum, but you know, with the fellas here, you should have brought wine. You know, communion. That's true. It's good to have both of you here. Rondell.
Yes,
my boss.
We're good, you know.
You're good.
We're good, man.
And of course,
it's a blessing.
It's a blessing. Rhoda.
Hey.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Yeah, bien is fine.
I was good at Spanish, you know.
You were good at Spanish? Well, you know Spanish town.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. You're good then.
Good enough.
You're good enough.
Right.
Good to see you both.
Thank you for having us.
Well, you know, Rhoda, you're a music artist.
I am.
So, what we do, Rondell, is every week we provide a platform for young talent to come and shine. Tell us a little bit about themselves. The gospel realm is something that we don't have much of in terms of the music artists. So, Rhoda, we are very happy to have you.
Thank you.
Tell us about Roda Isabella. How you got into? Give us a little bit about your journey. How did you get into music?
Well, first thing I want to say is that I'm a citizen of the kingdom of God.
Okay.
And that is where I stand. That is my truth. And in this kingdom and on this journey, God has given me a gift of music that I really have seen move me in this space of even being here tonight with you guys. Right. So started off a little bit earlier, from about 17. Just seeing a
in church.
So that means you're 18 now. All right?
I wish.
No, well, I can't tell you.
Yeah, you have that forever young face.
Oh, thanks.
Not enough. Violate me, I mean.
But,
you know.
But yeah, so from that age, I was introduced professionally into the gospel music industry. Started off as a background vocalist for Jermaine Edwards.
Great artist, yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yes, great artist.
Absolutely. Moved from then into forming a group called I Worship. We did a really cool song with Rondell here called Keeping Me Alive.
Rondell, yeah.
Them call it Cover Me.
Them call it Cover Me. People call it Cover Me.
You must have said Cover Me more than the actual. Right.
Yeah, we have to correct them sometime. Like, the song is actually titled Keeping Me Alive. But yeah, same tune. And since then, I went through a little phase where I decided that, I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue doing music.
Really?
And then 16 months later,
It
here am
happened. What actually prompted that phase where you were reluctant to do music?
I felt like I was tired of the industry, being in it, starting out from like 17. You know the stage, rehearsal, show. It just feel like, oh my God, isn't there anything else to life? I sort of felt like, okay,
You were consumed.
yeah, let's try corporate. Let's see what can happen for me.
Never
I
were.
want to go cook my husband dinner and, be there with my children. So I sort of felt that way.
Yes.
So that was the reluctance then.
One of the most interesting things is this whole business of music, whatever genre it is, gospel, dancehall, reggae, whatever. It has a way to pull you back all the time. And, some people may say the monetary thing or the monetary benefits of it are not there yet. Some people say you have to love it, really love it to see something happen. And matters not what the issue is if you decide to leave it. Somehow you always come back to it. No, I wanted to find out from you, now that you're back into it, what are you now currently promoting? And like if you have an album or anything like that, what are we looking out now from Rhoda?
I do have an album. It was launched in May of this year, May 25th to be exact. It's titled Kingdom Road.
Kingdom Road?
Road.
Oh,
Road.
As in Rhoda.
Oh,
Okay.
oh.
Road.
Because sorry,
That
I'm
you
not hear
drive
so
on,
good
so
enough.
that
Yeah.
sort of pun.
When me hear road, me think about myself.
Road.
In a church way, yes.
Do you find it challenging to break into the industry as a gospel entertainer?
Yeah.
I don't actually, because I'm not trying to break into an industry. I am here promoting a message that God has given me, which is what we call the kingdom message. Myself, Rondell, my manager over there, and a few others. But essentially, that message is love. That message is it's not about tradition and church and religiosity and just God say if me not pray, I'm gonna read my Bible, I'm gonna kill me. It's not that type of message. It's a message about a God who is loving and caring, and He wants the best for you. He wants you to live the best of your life. And whatever gift, it just happened that my gift is music. My gift is singing. So that's what I'm gonna use. But if you say no, I use him tracks gift. You understand? Any gift you have, if you can draw, if you guys are here very powerful in your own right. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So it's just a platform to spread that kind of message.
Your voice, when you speak, you do have a raspy tone. I've listened to your music, and it does bring moments of healing with your sound. So we want to just put you on the spot and have you sing for our listeners. Give them something a cappella so they know why you are our music artist.
Okay.
By the way, before you do that, hallelujah. Right, go ahead.
This song is called Realest Friend. It's on my album, Kingdom Road.
Yes.
It says, you can never be the same with my God. Always got your back when life gets hard. He's the realest friend I know and the greatest man around. Been going to church for a long, long time. Some up, some down, days still I'm trying to always trod the straight and narrow path. There are many little things trying to hold me back on this pilgrim journey. That's a fact, but I keep on holding to His great unchanging hand. And you can never be the same with my God. Always got your back when life gets hard. He's the realest friend I know, greatest man around.
You need to behave yourself. You need to behave yourself. I mean, I'm sure. I'm sorry that we couldn't get the stream to zoom right in on your face a while ago, because you know that you kind of had like an outer body experience there a while ago. You know,
Wow.
you went somewhere else. Mr. Rhoda, come back. Where go? Because the passion that you just exuded in terms of just executing that tune. And I noticed that when we talk to a lot of gospel artists, when they are putting out their music or they're trying to spread that message, you don't just send it out to just say, I want everybody to hear it.
Yeah.
No, you put it out with such a passion. So you feel the vibe.
It first has to bless you, you know, before it can bless others.
You hear? Good. You have to get blessing first.
No, and even in your delivery, whether it is a song or poetry or you're just giving a speech, if you are able in your delivery in that moment to feel what you're actually saying, then it will undoubtedly resonate with a lot of people. And I think that is why some entertainers in general, secular or gospel, when they are in that booth, if you're able to feel in that moment, then your words will be a part of the strings and the music in general, what people will hear.
Translates.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, Rhoda, we hear you sing. We get your vibe. It's very passionate. It's very spiritual. So, for somebody who's listening on the radio right now and they hear you, how can I get to book you? How can I reach you? Give us every bit of information in terms of social media handle, management, so that we cannot let this passion get away from we.
Yeah.
How can we book you?
Well, they can call me on 876-282-6148. Speak with my manager, Philbert Ward. You can also send an email to pemm.ltd@gmail.com.
Okay.
And you can find me on all social media platforms. That's Instagram, Rhoda_Isabella. That's RHODA _Isabella.
Right.
Twitter, Facebook, it's the same.
So it's all the same on all platforms.
All the same.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
What would you say is your short-term musical goal? What do you hope to accomplish in say 5 or so years?
I pray that my music, and I'm working towards it, because faith without works is dead being alone. So the music for me, whether or not my body is physically able to tour the world with it, I want my music to bring healing to just about anybody that comes in contact with it. So this album and the albums to come, and even my live performances, is the same vibe. You know, for me, it's just noise if the music is not really impacting.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. The album.
Yeah.
We need to get some info on the album now. How many tracks? Any collaborations? Is it available on digital platforms? Is it available in hard copy? Tell us all about that.
It's available on all digital platforms. The album has 11 tracks. No collaborations on this one, on this project.
So it's concentrated. It's just you. No water, no add. And what's the name of the album?
And the name of the album is Kingdom Road.
Kingdom Road, all right. That sounds like a my road.
Do you find that your fellow gospel entertainers endorse you and are welcoming, you know, like help you to feel relaxed and comfortable in the industry as a budding artist?
Well, I've never really given that much thought, to be honest, but I've never had any reason to feel like I'm not being supported, because you have people like Rondell and Rondell. For me, Rondell,
a star, you know.
Yes.
He's truly positive. It's not just a name.
He is a star, and he's
Rondell
truly positive.
perform in front of 2 people. I mean, I want to make it so like how Rondell show off lap, you know.
No.
Him just do him
Yeah,
thing.
man, that's
And
Rondell.
He is contracted to do something, and the man go full 100.
That's what you call a professional.
All day, every day. Rondell is definitely positive.
And outside of this setting, outside of a stage, I'm a virgin for real. Yeah, you know what I mean. And we have that type of relationship. I don't have that type of a relationship with all the artists.
No, that's human. That's human nature. That
No, absolutely. And you know what? I actually asked that question, and I'm happy that you were fair.
Yeah.
In your response, because you know sometimes you may have people, because it's gospel, then okay, it's one love, like everybody, it's all hanky dory, and it, you know, so yeah, I'm giving you a star for that. I know.
Thank you.
But Rondell, how are you? Oh, we didn't get a chance to hear her music live. I want to hear Rhoda live.
Youth.
DJ Teddy.
Yo, Teddy, don't play like it's weddy. We're at a church now, youth. Play the gospel.
Roda Isabella.
Roda Isabella. No, sir.
Yeah,
Rhoda.
that was Roda Isabella.
In a most respectful way, Rhoda. Make your go on, so. Eh? Rhoda, Give me a little bit about the mechanics of that song. There's obviously a very heavy choir in there.
Yes, yes.
You want to mention? You have to give them a little credit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You
These
get
are
on the
actually
radio
my-
idea, you know, big me up.
So tell us about the composition, the network, the works of that song. It's beautiful.
The entire production on this song is just amazing. It's one of my favorites. The singers, the background singers in this song, they're all my friends. They just came in and decided to help me out. Never charged me $1. Really appreciate it.
You want more friends like that? I love me when they must stick me up.
And they're all quality voices. I remember
I heard it, yeah.
producer on this song, Wire, he said that it's one of the best background vocal recordings he's ever done in life. He never had no auto-tune, never have a melody in it or anything. You know, and the band, I believe, is the Island Worship Band that now plays for Jermaine Edwards. So very, very skilled set of musicians as well.
Well, I tell you this, that was what stood out in the song.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
your
agree.
voice is
From
beautiful.
the very start.
I agree.
So, you know, you get this kind of real church.
It puts you in a space.
Right, like you're standing there and one glow come down from heaven and just gonna rub your head top. And you're like,
But it's awesome that you felt all of that.
because you're not enough feelings, Aya. You're not enough feelings.
No, it's awesome that you felt all of that.
No, man, look here, I go to church every week, you know. How often you go to church?
Well, church is wherever you
No, you
want
must
it
go to
be.
church. It's just that me not go inside. Drop off my mother. Well, that's what she love go. All right. So, Rhoda, I don't like me. I tell you, me go church, but me go in a yard.
So we also have Rondell
Right.
Positive. Rondell, officially welcome. Last time we saw you was for a different show, WTS. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you guys for having me. Thank you for having us.
Yes.
You know,
Rondell,
blessed.
pick up yourself, sir.
Much love, man.
Well, good to see you.
And much
Can we
love.
do a say when you come from mash up dance, you mash up dance, you know?
But
You know, so I don't mash up nothing.
I don't mean it
I normally just fix
destructively.
up things, you know. I love fix up.
Oh, you fix up
Fix
things.
them properly, you know.
You know what I wanted to find out from you, Rondell? Because this is the first time I think I'm interviewing you.
Yeah.
The name Rondell Positive. How was that name
Coined.
birthed? Yeah.
You know, when I say Ellie Kelly is my mother, my mother tell me say Ellie Kelly is
Mama.
my mother, you know. So
By Elise, with a
Ellie is
picnic.
my mama.
With a picnic share.
I remember sharing this with her one time. So I used to go by the name Positive.
Good name, that.
The first song I wrote, I tell you how the music start. I remember 2005. I'm a teacher,
Right.
and there was a killing in Mandeville on a football field on Sunday evening. A little boy named Zidane.
Right.
It's a drive-by, somebody come to kill somebody else and them shoot Zidane. So I went to school Monday and I'm reasoning with the youths and I'm saying to them, some grade 5 students, how you guys process this as youths, not knowing how you're going to leave your house and whether or not you're going to reach back home, etc. And they started sharing with me.
Right.
And I was writing, and a melody popped in my head. So I wrote a song called Peace, Love, and Unity. That's the first time
You ever write?
I ever wrote.
Right.
And I remember calling my brethren from C Sharp, Randy, and say, yo, me just write a song. And him said, come, I could go record it. And we went to Kingston the same evening, recorded the song. Matter of fact, that was the first time I meet Bob Wire, because Wire was the producer back then with C Sharp.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
So that's something around me had.
Yeah. And recorded the song.
Right.
The next day I went to school. I said, I want to find out about the song. Yo, some things, I never had planned to say this man, I show you, but it will come up. The next day I went to school and I said to a virgin, the PE teacher, I said, I have a song and I want you to hear it. Start play the song and him say, where you get the Bob Marley that the first me hear it? The first me ever record a song. And him say, where you get the Bob Marley there? The first me ever hear it. Send the song. Somebody just decides, all right, this song must go everywhere.
Right.
Start pushing the song. And I remember taking the song one morning and I met Ron Mushet and somebody else and gave them some songs when I came to RFM.
Right.
And then one day, Elise Kelly played the song one time. And she said, this youth, me hear say this is a teacher youth from St. Thomas. And she said, this youth, him name Rondell. And she said, this youth just, everything about him positive.
Mm-hmm.
And so I took on the name Positive.
Right.
From that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found out that there was another gospel artist named Positive from Trinidad. At the same time, there was this fuss over the name Angel. And you remember Angel and the next Angel, and she changed her name to the Angel.
Right.
Yeah.
That was the same period of time.
Right.
And so I decided that, all right, just write away me just a Rondell Positive.
Gotcha.
You know, so that's where it came from.
And it works.
Awesome.
That's an awesome story. Yeah?
You know, something you feel like, but you want to stop. You know,
Yeah, you're a good storyteller.
But
I mean, not
why?
only in the interview, but then also in your songs and your music video as well. You always try to tell a story and have a theme to bring across your point. Is this a deliberate effort on your part?
Yeah, because according to the book that I live by, which is Heaven's Constitution, the Bible,
Right.
it says, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. So in everything that I do, I try to bring knowledge of the truth, even in writing. I remember the first set of songs that I wrote, the album Sticks Nor Stones. Well, I just say I wrote, and don't normally say that because I recognize that I never write them. Because I wasn't somebody who loved writing anything and etc. So the inspirations that I would get from God is that God would write some songs. It's like a song that I just finished recording that is called The Mirror, which is the title track for the next album. It's called The Mirror. And this is a song that took 10 years to be written.
Right.
10 years.
10 years.
Wow.
10 years. You know? And so everything that I do, I try to find exactly what God wants out of me. So when you see me before two people giving everything, you know why I give everything? Because I don't know if it's the last time I'm going to get to give everything.
Why give them everything? I think them all drown.
Understand?
They drown with everything the way you give them.
So I
It was good to see it.
I want you to expound a little bit more on a song that takes you 10 years to write. Like, how do you actually document? Is it when you feel an urge and inspiration? How does it work?
So I'll use the example. One of the songs that blew me away the most was a song called What About Love. What About Love, I got the first verse of the song.
Yeah.
I'm just in the house chilling, and the first verse just start flow. Sunday morning arrive at church, and you're looking all nice and neat, caught up in the moment, forgetting how you spent your week. Never help out your neighbor who didn't have no food to eat. What about the church sister? Over 3 years now you don't speak, but yet still your shout it is the loudest. So many sins still unconfessed. In a jacket and tie, brother and long dress. Instead of God, pastor and choir mistress, you're trying to impress. What about love? So I get that 2005. Wow. And then between 2005 and 2012, I'm sending that song to so many different artists because I would not hear another word concerning the song. I might say, well, maybe it's a collab. And so I send it to Kevin Downswell, I send it to Jeremy and Edwards, I send it to Prodigal Son, I send it to everybody.
Right.
And it's like nobody can find nothing for the song. And then when the album was finished in 2012, one day we were in the studio with Jeremy and myself, Jeremy and Alicia, and I just hear the second verse of the song just flow. And I'm there writing the second verse, and as I'm writing the second verse and humming it, and just Alicia starts singing, you know, and Alicia just was the perfection to it, you know, to the message.
To the completion of it.
Yeah, man.
As I say, you see, when you tell a story, brother,
No, yes.
you are what you call the interviewer's dream.
Yeah.
Because I can ask you one question, then you expound. You break it down, but that's a teacher in you, I think. So you're able to know, just segue, bring it to another level until you finish it.
So that the story that you first mentioned to us, where you wrote that song while at school, was that your first attempt as it relates to the music industry, or you started out? Take us on that journey as it relates to how you got started, because this in itself is interesting. You want to go for a break before we hear the story? Because you have a feeling already Rondell is gonna give us a
story and it's commercial. They might say, "Yo, father, so it's a commercial. I'm in a year." All right, so what's gonna happen now? We're gonna do a commercial break.
Yes.
But this is not a normal break, because it is a good news break, which is gospel.
Definitely.
Right. So what we're gonna do is we normally ask the DJ to give us a dusty rhythm. We can't do it tonight. We'll give you a church rhythm.
When it's a dusty rhythm, what do you mean?
Dusty all time rhythm. You can't work without dusty rhythm.
I don't know. I said dusty.
I think the message can.
It don't matter.
Hear the rhythm.
It's the message. Let's see what you can find there, Teddy.
Remember now, and a weddy. But give it something steady.
Love God, bad.
Hey.
Love God, bad. Love God, bad. Love me, say me, love me. Yo, pull up that. What did they do that?
You know what the partner would have said? Church! Up in here.
Say, I'm so in love with you. Cannot explain the things you do. You loved me first when I didn't have a clue. Oh Lord, I'm so in love with you. I'm so in love with you. I cannot explain the things you do. You loved me first when I didn't have a clue. Lord, I'm so in love with you. No greater love than this I could have ever find. While you were on the cross, your Rondell was on your mind. Before the world foundation, it was your design that I take your place and you take mine. See closer than my brother. You are my best friend, never leave me, not forsake me. And you I can depend. Your grace and your mercies I can't comprehend. You love me, I love you. Yo, what?
Come, Rhoda, give me something. Give me something. Come, Rhoda. Hallelujah, Rhoda. Give us something. You can't sing up on rhythm. Try. The Lord will show you the way. Come, Rhoda. Give me something. Look here, Rhoda. They believe in you.
Till Rhoda get it. Irrespective of merit, soon to the destitute, manifested towards sinners, Christ Jesus the proof. Right. Your love is made perfect as I'm dwelling in you. Complete confidence as well. Your love goes so far, tongues and pen cannot tell. Touch the highest star, reach the lowest end. You offer open arms, even when I rebel. You can say something else. So that I love you like wow, everybody should have known. Tongues are confess and every knee I feel. I love you like wow, now I'm gonna let go. I love you like whoa, I love you like wow, everybody should have known. Tongues are confess, every knee I feel. Love you like wow, now I'm gonna let go. I love you like whoa.
Let me feel that do all this. Sway outside. We're so power.
Hi, we're Straight Company, and you're listening to Gospel on IRE FM.
Rumbar, white overproof rum. The new taste of the best of the sun. And you know when we race in the bar, put it somewhere them can't take it out. 100% Jamaican. Yo, the rum is smooth in the mud. Share a drink on the ends with your friends. Rumbar of the fight to the link up there. Race the bar, them can't take it out. Race the bar, them can't take it out. Rumbar, white overproof rum. Ching!
Must be 18 years or older. Drink responsibly.
Hi, we're Straight Company, and you're listening to Gospel on IRE FM.
All right, if you're just joining us, we want to welcome you back to the E-Buzz, of course, in studio. In studio tonight, we have Rondell Positive and Roda Isabella.
You know, Rondell, you gave us some songs to the break, and I can't help but to think you did give me a Gargamel kind of feel.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. Buju Banton is one of the artists that I grew up listening to.
Church. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Call me later.
But my vocals. So before the break, you were asking about my connection with music.
How it started.
So I grew up, or when I was growing up, I heard that my father was a sound system selector. Before all my life, though, I knew my father as a Christian man.
Okay.
So and then I had some family members who had sound system. Before that, I would sound. I tell people I used to sing any song like Mariah Carey sang at the note that she sang it.
Really?
Yeah, man.
You think you can still do it?
Can't do it now, though.
Oh, just checking. Right.
Used to do it. Used to sing. They used to call me Sanchez too.
Yeah?
Yeah. And
Sanchez too?
Sanchez too because...
You sound like Sanchez?
Because them say me sound like Sanchez.
Oh, yes, sir.
And really, how that name they came was I went to a competition one time.
Yeah.
One night we thief out of the house because a Christian house, so we thief out of the house and got the show at Mansion Hill. And the promoter them, so them have a competition with some unknown artists.
Right.
And then them put a known artist in it because them know how to pay out the money. And that virgin
Smart promoter.
And that virgin said to me, say, boy, Rondell, you know, so you can sing better than the youth there. Yeah. And then the selector drop the Sanchez rhythm. I man don't smoke the chronic and
right.
So him drop the rhythm.
Right.
And me hear the rhythm and just like I'm jump on the rhythm that while ago, we just jump on it and the place just flat.
What you saying?
You know? and then the promoter them now want to pay out the money they know.
The man smart.
So them say it draw. Them say it draw.
Yeah.
And a matter of fact, the youth Donovan Velvet, the artist, his name with them.
Donovan Velvet, never
yeah,
hear
man.
him.
It used to sound like Garnet Silk.
Oh.
So,
Velvet
yeah.
silk. Let me get it.
And so
Fabric.
Him sing a next song
Right.
and then the selector drop a next Sanchez with him. The one who say, oh, I lift up my hands.
Yeah.
Right.
God have mercy. And you don't know what's the place flat already.
You flatten it. Right.
So we did win. We win that and them said the money of shares.
You were conned.
You know?
Yeah.
So that was the voice. And then I became a sound system selector.
What?
So this way I hear now is a result of me used to be the mic man. And me used to tell the girl them say, go up on your head top. And me that. And me used
Rhoda,
to tell
don't
the
listen
them
to
say,
him.
Bust it.
Right.
Yeah.
And me used to tell the people them say, go stand up in a fire and them stand up in a fire.
So you knew the power of who you were.
So over time, we start realize that there's something about us that is greater than, and it's the same thing with them youth where you say, I run the place now and yeah, you have a youth named Rolex. One night I play one dance at Kingston with Rolex and a sound called Ataflex, and them give me 15 minutes and the boss at Rolex find a job.
You make man losing work.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. So Rondell positive. No, I always say it, and it's not and it's not boast. No, none of them out there still not bad like me.
Well, you just prove it.
And I say that for say to every youth. Every youth need to understand that everything that you see happening now with Rondell positive existed. The seed always have the tree. And a matter of fact, it have more than the tree. It have tree with fruits, with seed in it, with more tree, with more fruits, with more seed.
Wow.
So the giftings we have, these giftings are all created in us. And I don't know which part I come from, but that's how God sent me for a while ago. The giftings that we all have, they are supposed to really do what the king intended for them. When you buy a Benz car, you don't carry it to Toyota because you know the rest of
they
that.
might go through engine oil in a radiator. You know want that.
See?
Right.
And you're not throw water in your gas tank.
Exactly.
Because it's of what is called purpose. And so I became a sound system selector, but all of that was a part of me coming to this.
Right.
Coming to being able to impact people and don't have fear for come anyway.
You know, 'cause that was what you kind of preempted the question that I wanted to ask you in terms of what was the segue from being the song selector to getting into gospel. But I mean, you kind of just answered that for us. But what I wanted to find out from you now, the platforms that are out there, because to me, a lot of gospel artists normally do gospel things. They're at their church, they have, what you call them, the tent, they have some big tent where them keep
Crusade.
the crusades and so on. But I've spoken to some gospel artists and they said they want to be on every dancehall show they can be. Because that is how they can convert or try to spread their message there. What do you think of that kind of a scenario and in terms of the image of that so-called gospel artist being on a secular show like that?
All right, so the only place light stands out is in darkness.
Very dark room, yes.
And it doesn't matter how far light is. You identify that light when light shows up.
Right.
Seeing? So for me, and according to the book when me read the scriptures, it is gospel means good news. And so for me, Rondell is not just a gospel artist, because you have artists who are not Christians who can be considered gospel because them sing good news.
That's true.
Good news may I talk about.
Right.
And my word, you know, the king's word. I always ask people when them call me gospel artist, gospel of what?
Right.
Because that's very important to me.
Right.
So I am a gospel of the kingdom artist because what I sing is the information from the kingdom. I come to tell people, say, you were born to make it. Your father is a king. That means you are also a king.
Right.
So does that message, or is that message relevant everywhere? Of course, relevant everywhere.
Right.
Your father always knows I'm your father. Seeing? So if you don't know your father, it doesn't change the truth. And I'm not saying fact, because people have to understand that facts change. Truth never change. Truth is constant. All if you don't believe it, it's still constant.
Right.
So your father is your father. And God's mission for us is to bring back everyone. Him say, know that I am a new man. Him say, all things pass away. So I can't live the same way how I lived. But him say, everything become new, and now you do everything according to how God intended to be done. And then him say, this is why I call you back to myself, so that you can reconcile the others to me. Reconcile mean to reconvert, and carry. The word, the prefix re is talking about going back. So renew. When you renew your driver's license, you put it back in its original state.
Exactly.
God's intention through the music and everything that we do is to bring every man to renewal.
Right.
Bring every man to the original state that he was in before the fall.
So you never considered being a pastor?
Considered being a pastor.
Or are you a pastor?
I am not a pastor, but the people call me a pastor.
I'm just thinking of how well that you're disseminating
the information, and you have managed to
such clarity, you know?
Yeah, a lot of clarity, and you bring it across in a way where I don't feel like you are persuading me or pushing me to believe a particular thing. I don't feel like you are forcing your religious beliefs down my throat.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like you said, you're giving the truth. Facts in itself will always change, right?
Definitely.
And I think with society now, like a lot of persons are sometimes hesitant to go into certain spaces because in one of your songs that you allude to, it's not about the jacket and tie and the broad hats and the fancy dresses, but it is about being good and living good as a people. And what I found is that a lot of us, not necessarily Jamaicans, but people in general, we're not able to have a conversation and disagree and know that, look, facts and truth, it's always about trying to get you to believe what I believe, and if you don't believe what I believe, then it's an issue.
May I say, clarity is there.
It is there.
And it is not, it doesn't feel contrived, forced, as you were saying. And another beautiful thing is that you know when you have the attention of the room. When you have a engineer, him go on mute, he's like,
Yeah.
Peter brought a little muscle feet, stop, make sure you press play all the way.
But go ahead.
You know, the truth is this.
Yes.
That as I said earlier, truth is constant.
And facts change.
And facts change.
Right.
It is a reality that whether or not, thank you for the compliment, by the way.
Respect.
Whether or not man observe natural law.
Yeah.
Natural law doesn't fight with men. If men go against natural law is not destroyed, but rather men are destroyed.
That's true.
So most times it is that men destroy themselves. So I don't need to really, so some man says an atheist. Okay.
You're a thing that.
You're atheist. Cool. I love Jesus.
Right.
I'm not fight with you.
No.
And a matter of fact, just the fact that you believe that you're an atheist, tell me, say God in you. Because
also.
Because you believe.
You
Where
believe
you
something.
Where you get believe from?
Right.
Yeah.
God.
How did you believe?
Same thing. Rhoda, you hear what go on?
Yeah, man.
Your reaction, Rhoda. Bring Rhoda in.
Look like Rhoda in the front row, like preach, pastor,
yes.
No, listen. We are one mind,
We're one mind.
We share the same views, So everything that he's talking about, I'm in complete agreement. It's these discussions we have on a daily
basis.
On the daily.
That's a discussion on the driver.
On our way here. Because a real issue.
It is a real issue. And one of the things, so we were talking to Rondell, but you started breaking down into these great dissemination of information that is just absolutely awesome. But we didn't get a chance to ask you, what are you promoting now in terms of the music and
any new singles we can look
or
out
album
for
or anything like that?
So we have a song that we released from earlier in the year called Stressless Dance, and we believe it's a song that I got from, I think I shared with you on the last program.
Yeah.
It's a song that I got when my daughter, who is now 3, was born. And it's basically that she wakes up every morning just with a big smile every morning. And
me too.
And I learned out of it that it's because she don't have no problem. She don't worry about anything. She's not worried about anything at all.
She's not there yet.
She's stressless.
She's stressless.
And so we recognize that, and we start training her that the world won't be able to affect her and start bring stress on her. We start showing her that she's not supposed to be stressless because she teach us that we're not supposed to be stressless. So we don't bother with stress around her. You get me? And so Stressless Dance is a song that I wish that every individual in the world would experience.
Give us some of it. It's a dance.
It's a dance song, yeah.
All right, so
it's a dance,
yeah.
So it's a every morning me wake with a smile on my face, cause me blessed with mercy and grace. And every issue, every case, every trial, every race, when me move, sink with me pace. And every problem get overcome, every victory already won. And me say, Yahweh the Father, I am the Son, the buckle down before I choose to dance. Ow. I'm stressed about all of the problems in my life.
So let's play the song and you show us the dance.
It's 80s.
Let's see the Stressless Dance for the viewers on the internet at irefm.net, and DJ Teddy drop it.
And you can do the dance.
People have the dance that is a baby. So she has to jump. She just a jump and not even
It's
It's stressless. Stressless dance is just free.
Harry and Judah. Them want know where you get your smile from, want know where you get your fly from. Hold on, man. Want know where you get your dance from, want know where you get your dance from. Boy, want know where you get your joy from, want know where you. Watch me go there. So every morning me wake with a smile on my face, 'cause me blessed with mercy and grace. Every issue, every case, every trial, every place, when me move and stick with me peers. And every problem get overcome, every victory already won. I be say, yeah, where the Father, I am the Son, the buckle done before it began. Now just spoke all of the problems in my life now. And step up on the problems in my life now. Heart, cheerful countenance, cause I bought me source and me sustenance. Him and me tire, me king, him and me governance. Stick closer than a father and me confidence. Change the beat, watch it, me skank me feet. The substance out far, so me not for sleep. Stressless dance, up from the peak, from the north to the south to the west. I used to dance. Now just spoke all of the problems in my life now. And step up on the problems in my life now. Every problem gets overcome, every problem gets overcome. So what you know, every victory already won, every victory already won. Every problem gets overcome, every problem gets overcome. And every victory already won, every victory already won. What's that? Rondell positive again. Now on your name, island worship again. Island worship again. Now on your name, real reggae worship again. Real reggae worship again. Now on your name, Rondell positive again. Most high God, I need your help. Help me, Lord. Please save me from myself. Save me from myself, Lord. I need your help.
Yeah, you know, Rhonda, listening to that stress-free track just now, I don't know if it's the strings, but already I feel free.
Well, Rondell, listen to me now. You breach with format. A disco that. No. Look here.
Tell us about how the rhythm came about for that track.
All right, so the song is produced by Barboya, and I remember at the time he was playing keyboards for Taurus Riley, and so he was traveling. They were traveling, I think, from Africa, and he came back and called me and said, "Yo, I'm in the plane, and something just popped in my head," and he actually gave me the track. And I say, yo, I like this.
Really?
Serious. I say, yo, this is not my thing. So I was in the studio with him and him say, yo, man, something wrong with you. Anyways, I went home and I heard clearly the voice of God, and God said, tell him to send the track. And I said, but I don't like the track. I know my style, that thing, this. And so I WhatsApp message him and said, yo, send the track home. He sent the track. I downloaded the track. At the time, Rain was about, I think she was about 1. Yeah, she was about 1, for real. And she was sitting on the floor, download the track, and I press play. And when I press play, she just jumped up and said, Dada.
Ready?
And she just started.
Dance.
And she started dancing, and the song just came. Flow. So every word that I'm talking is really her. Every morning I wake with a smile on my face, because I'm blessed with mercy and grace. Every issue, every case, every trial, every race, I have to move in sync with my pace. Because every problem get overcome already. Because Jesus Christ overcome everything already. Him say, because I have overcome the world, it means you overcome the world.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. You know? I'm telling you, when I heard that beat a while ago, I said, no, sir. You never even see Gavin do the robot dance over there.
Yeah, it does have a vibe.
It sound like one of them Neptunes beat man. There, one of them old school.
80s, man.
80s, yeah. Vibes, yeah. 80s vibes. It's really great.
Now, Rhoda and Rondell, where can we see you perform next? What your calendar look like?
Where am I next? Wow. Next. What date are we?
Today's the 11th.
All right, so I know offhand I can tell you about Fun in the Sun. There's Fun in the Sun, Fun in the Sun Portland at the end of the month. Fun in the Sun Mandeville at the end of the month. There's a Courts 60th anniversary event too coming up, and some other. We have a couple more other events in September that I can't remember offhand.
But, wow, Rhoda, what about you?
Well, I have quite a few events coming up as well. Yes.
Tell me, girl.
I should be having something coming up in a few with Sagicor in Montego Bay. Some stuff are in the pipeline for St. Elizabeth, Pan.
The Pan Fest, yeah.
Right. And a few other stuff. The nearing the end of September, going into the rest of the year is crazy.
Oh, it's going to be busy that time.
Very, very busy.
Question for both of you in terms of when you're not preaching the good news, right, the gospel. How does a Rondell Positive, how does a Roda Isabella unwind? What are your hobbies apart from doing music and doing gospel? What else is your passion? We had Bugle here a few weeks ago, and we asked him what he loves to do. He said nobody can cook like him. curry coconut chunks. Remember they said, we still link him out. Run the party out. What do you like to do?
Rhoda, Rondell.
Rhoda.
I'm a laundry girl. That's the
Really?
first thing.
You don't wash clothes?
I'll wash every day.
Oh, me feeling
Every
you.
single
Rhoda,
day.
that's crazy.
Washing.
That's OCD, you know. Something wrong with you.
I think it's something about the water. It's therapeutic for me. Like
Rhoda, you can go to the beach or
do.
the river.
I do. Those are
wash.
some of my
But hold on,
places.
you use washing machine to wash your clothes?
Sometimes.
Then how that work? That is not therapeutic. You just fling in there and just press on.
Sometimes. I don't know. Something about the Suavitel. It have an anointing when it...
I just smell your love.
Yeah.
You know, it hits you.
All right, so
And
that
the
is your
beach,
passion?
The beach, the river, as you said earlier, the water, anything with water. I love going to the movies as well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
And I love reading. It does bring me in that space as well.
Okay, awesome.
You are Rondell,
Rondell.
Me, I love cooking, you know.
Okay.
Cooking, especially seafood, you know.
What's your
Would you
best
say like
dish?
you're a top chef?
I love cooking coconut lobster.
Too hype.
See, I'm allergic to shellfish. I can't even
man.
try that.
Yeah, you know, so we can't have
also-
left the shellfish alone, or the crustacean, and leave them alone too.
Yeah, I'm also somebody who loves. I love reading, and I love listening to great teachers. You know.
So you play back yourself all the while.
I'm honored. I'm very honored.
That's a good one, boys.
Very honored, sir. Very honored. Yeah.
Understand.
But even in that, you know, it is important.
Yeah.
It is important that we are able to find things that always not just make us comfortable, but also always seeking to make us a better
person.
Yeah.
Always
As life
updating.
in itself is about growth and development, and I think we also have to be mindful. Like you mentioned earlier, you wouldn't put water in your vehicle, so we still have to be mindful what we put in our bodies, and it's not just necessarily food, but also what we feed our minds.
Yeah, man.
You know, so
And the truth is, anything that is anything that is not growing is dead. Dead
It's true.
things, or it is dying.
Right. We're up for a commercial break again, you know.
I know we
you
have to go. This time we'll just go to like an a cappella music.
No, man, Rhoda have to work with me on a break.
You want her work?
Yeah,
with
man,
you?
Rhoda and I work
Alright,
with me.
Rhoda,
Last
he's
time we
going
gave
to
our
pressure you. I
austerity,
try.
man, Rhoda just say,
I can't.
No,
I can't.
you have to know your strengths, you know. It's Rondell thing that. You know
no,
what I
you ever
mean?
try?
I mean, I'm gonna make you carry me for national.
No, man,
radio,
me wanna-
come mack
No,
out
man,
the thing.
sorry.
You know what I mean?
It's not national, darling. It's
International.
worldwide.
International radio.
Yeah,
See what I mean? That's words.
No, I'm not
Mack
mash
out
up.
the thing.
But
I want them
I
book me.
know. Rhoda, when me done your so your bookings are gonna rob your manager who I forgot put all change your chip in your phone. I'm over full. Are you know what Roda IFL?
When you come to one of my events, you'll understand what I mean.
So you know what you're going to do?
Rondell, I love Rondell, you know. Rondell is my favorite gospel artist in Jamaica.
And you're not just saying that because Rondell
He knows,
is there.
I tell him all the time.
Okay.
All right, so you're going to give me some acapella then.
All right. After the break?
No, before the break.
Before, like you're taking us to the break.
Come on, baby.
Okay.
Take us there, baby.
Roda Isabella.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Roda Isabella.
Say what you want to say, but it means nothing if your actions do another thing. Oh, say all you need to say, but we don't believe you. My gosh, we can't really feel you. But you can be anything you want to be. Yeah, that's my philosophy. It's more than religiosity. And you can go anywhere you wanna go, as long as you know the true results will show. This part says, if your heart is filled with love, then it could only come from the Father above. Oh, and if you say you belong to Him, then you gotta show the fruit of the Spirit within. That's my philosophy, just my philosophy. The second verse says, do what you want to do, but it means nothing if it doesn't exist in the Bible. Whoa. You can Sunday school us, but how much longer will you fool us with your judgment and hate and pride? And you can be anything you wanna be. Just my philosophy, more than religiosity. And you can go anywhere you wanna go, as long as you know the true results will show. My philosophy is love. Philosophy is love, yeah.
Anybody can find Rhoda? Because she gone again, you know. She got out her body again a while ago, you know. Me tell you, Rhoda.
Rondell, you ready to bless us with your thing? No, yes.
No, you said no. You know what, no? Rondell do 2 shows a while ago before you. Remember, say him one do you never want to work? You know?
Bon, stop fight out Rondell.
No, man, Rondell bad still, you know, man. Body like a disco tune. If Rondell want to sing, he sing, but he can't talk to preach.
Sing a strawberry.
I prefer him preach.
Oh, but don't you both have a song together? All right, let's
Ladies and gentlemen,
do the intro, Bones.
No, they're gonna sing together. That's it.
Yeah.
So me go so cover me under your blood. Cover me. Cover me under your blood. Cover me. And then we say he's all over me. And he's keeping me alive. Jesus Christ is
keeping me alive.
Jesus Christ is
keeping me alive.
All over me, Lord.
All over me. And he's keeping me alive.
Somebody just say
Jesus is keeping me alive.
Right.
Maybe them should I give you this song. We're done.
We're up for a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Let go! People that will love Jesus and know say, put your hand over your head now. Put your hand over your head. Over your head. And somebody just say, cover me.
Tile Arcade, Seaview Drive, Lucy. We stock toilets, basins, granite countertops, porcelain, tin set, grout, doors, faucets, shower enclosures, glass, blocks, and so much more. Call us 810-9069, WhatsApp 807-8840. The time by Tile Arcade is
9:38.
Hi, we're Straight Company, and you're listening to Gospel on IRI FM.
Welcome back to the E-Buzz. If you're just joining us, and of course, Rondell Positive and Roda Isabella. Rhoda, I just love you, Isabella. I tell you. All right, guess what? We're up. We're going to be talking a little bit about the big ups now, right? Yes, man. So we're going to be talking to Mr. Everald Christian. And it's about a big event that is coming up.
Tiles the Rust Limited grand opening party, and it's on Saturday. So Mr. Everald Christian will give us all the details. Welcome to the E-Buzz.
Yeah, man. Good night.
What, Mr. Christian? You look like a right sure you pick for come from a peer Christian in here.
Yeah, man. Big up Rondell, man. Big up Rondell. I'm a boy, yeah?
Yeah, man. All right, so we're talking about the Tiles R Us, the grand opening party. Where is it? When is it? What time is it? And who do you have on the bill as entertainment?
All right. Yeah, what is going on? The 14th, this is this weekend.
Yes.
Saturday, you know, at the Ballas Valley Main Road.
Yeah.
I know Tiles R Us. When you talk about tiles and bathroom fixtures and everything, this is the place.
Right.
You know, they're opening up their new showroom, which is around 10,000 square feet. So you know you can almost play football in it.
It sounds like a whole heap of bathroom you have in it too.
Yeah, man, whole heap of bathroom and everything to do with interior. You understand?
Yeah. All right.
So
yeah. Well, what I wanted to find out from you now, so what time and is there admission to go in, or is it free to the public?
No, man, it's free to the public, man, and it's sponsored by Little Otis Seafood.
Yes.
Ray and Nephew. It's basically like we're giving away like muscaters and rums and everything is at cost price. Because when you look on the accomplishment of this showroom, the owner just takes pleasure in just inviting everybody in St. Elizabeth and around to just come down and celebrate with him. It's an unbelievable venture that he take on, and he just believe that anywhere you see an item that name tiles, just call him first. He can match any price in Jamaica.
Wow.
And in terms of musical juggling, who is on the bill?
Well, musical juggling, you know, is basically sound system out of St. Elizabeth.
Right.
And you know, it's really a grand open. So you know, we are not hiring database. We just use a St. Elizabeth sound. But the thing about this weekend is the place to be. Capel Main Road, Tiles R Us, new building, nice big purple building. You can't miss it. Going up to Southfield is on the right-hand side, and coming down is on the left.
Right, so let me ask you a question, Mr. Everett. What I want to ask you next time is, we're going to ask you to turn your radio down, because what you're getting is a delay.
And a feedback.
And we're getting a feedback in the studio. So,
yeah, man, let me move away.
All right, move away a little bit so that you can hear us directly. So just listen to what you're hearing through your phone. No, we want to know, you say you have music juggling from St. Elizabeth. Who are the sounds that you have on?
The sounds that I have
are
on
DJs.
I say TikTok sound.
Yes.
As I said, you know, it's not too much about a sound system this weekend. It's basically the grand opening. And, you know, it's like a party within a party. You understand me? You have Ray and Nephew on board. So they will be matching
and seafood.
Like QQ rum with Red Bull and everything. So basically, it's not even as much as the music, but it's about the grand opening.
Yes.
And even if you don't want to buy an item, just come down and see what it is all about.
All right, Mr. Christian, I'm going to tell you something. It is great to see that you're having a grand opening, but I wanted to let you know you can never discount your DJs because they pull people too. So I know that you have here, as in Natural Vibes,
Ratty Bones,
or Ratty and Bones.
Ratty Bones. You know, Ratty and Bones is the top DJ selector out of Junction, St. Elizabeth.
Yeah, you have
so
to big them up.
Party,
yes.
Not having Ratty and Bones on.
Yes,
I don't need a party.
Right, but you have to big them up. Yeah, but
So Bones, you're going down?
No.
Oh, oh, it's a different Bones.
A different Bones. That the man they probably bony.
All right, and then you have star level.
And star level team. Right. You have, remember, no, they have pulling power. So of course, Tiles Are Us, the grand opening party. That's the main event.
Saturday, September 14th.
Right. And yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Everell Christian. We wish you all the best. It sounds good.
Big up yourself, Mr. Christian. And you can big up the Christian name in our studio too.
Yeah, man. Big up Rondell, man. God bless, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much, Mr. Christian.
All right,
Mr.
so
Christian,
that
nice,
is the Tiles Are Us Limited grand opening party, and it is Saturday, September 14th. Admission is free, so make sure you check it out.
Yeah,
all right, I think we have time to open the phone lines and give our listeners an opportunity to interact with
be blessed.
Rondell Positive
Yes.
and Roda Isabella. The numbers to call are 974-5051.
974-5079.
Or 974-5043. So we're taking your questions, comments, or big ups. Rondell Positive and Roda Isabella is live and they are in studio. Rhoda, you talk about Rondell Positive a lot. Are you a part of his camp or you're under separate umbrellas?
Why? It's one camp, you know. It has always been one camp. Rondell and I started off working with Island Worship Productions. That's Jermaine Edwards' label.
Yes.
And when Rondell actually came, I was singing backgrounds for Jermaine. So I automatically started to sing backgrounds for him. So we met in the studio some long time ago, maybe over 10 years now.
When did you decide to go front and center to the fore?
Last year, May 11th.
What pushed you to do it, to take center stage?
Well, it was some words of wisdom from somebody who is very dear to me, very close friend of mine, who, when I decided that, okay, I'm done with music, I'm going to move on with my life, I'm smart and intelligent and brilliant.
That's right.
Yeah, and why not? The world is there. Right. Why not a 9 to 5? So I started working at Kingston Wharves at the time. And
you left.
And
me want to sing for clear, man. Go up there, man. Link me up.
Still have the links, you know.
Link you. Off here.
Right. So one night I was on a phone call and I was just so frustrated. I'm done with music. Just want to move on with my life. Why don't they stop calling my phone and asking me to sing here, there, and everywhere? And my friend said to me, okay, stop then. You know, go ahead. Get married, have your children, go do a 9 to 5. When your children born and they're mad talented and gifted, and you know, just go ahead and teach them that don't fulfill your purpose in the earth. Go ahead.
All right.
And that mashed me up.
Well, I think what he's saying, all right, we have a caller. So buzz through caller, you are live.
Yeah, man. Whoa, blaze it, not to burn it.
You have to blaze it in a gospel.
I like you.
Yeah, man, gospel. Yeah, man. What go on DJ, boy?
Respect, you know. Oh, you know, brother?
Big up yourself, man. Kiss you, man.
Yeah, man, big up.
You know, so you long Kishima there.
Yeah, give thanks.
The cheer change color the way you take long to come back here. Well,
yeah, man, give thanks, man. She are back. You see what I say?
Yeah, give
man,
thanks.
Big up yourself, gospel princess.
Yeah, man, Isabella.
Bless up,
As you
bless
name
up.
princess.
Big up yourself.
Blessings, thank
Big
you
up
so
yourself,
much.
my brother. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man, you don't know me like what you're doing, Isabella. Nice tune. You see what I say?
Blessings, bro. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, just go on to good tune, princess. Now listen. You see what I say? Gospel. You see what I say?
Straight gospel.
Yeah, man. You don't know Rondell Positive.
Yeah, man, may I hear you.
Nothing negative.
Straight.
Yeah, man, do music for every relative.
Me never hear the last part. Me never hear the last part. Say it again.
Yeah, man, do music for every relative. Creative.
Yeah, man. Not negative. Do music for every relative.
Yeah.
My artist say.
I know say you're a relative.
Yes.
Straight.
Yeah, man, just go on to the message. Just send a positive message. You see what I say?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, like when Mama Ellis Kelly touch you. You see what I say?
Cool.
No, play this out. When she play this out, yes. Make sure when she touch you, yeah, just say, no, hey, sir.
Yeah,
big up yourself, my general.
yeah, give thanks for calling as usual and big up. Have a great night.
That's why I'm a big up Froggy, I'm a big up Prentice.
Big up Printer, yes.
Printer and Froggy.
Yes, Shima, you need to do a printer. Yes, when your car broke, don't get out. He fix anything, you know.
Oh, wow.
Big up Printer.
All right, give thanks for calling.
Thanks a lot, brother. Take care. Have a great night.
All right, let's take this one. Buzz through Call You Live.
I don't really think. See, the line is still open. The line is still open.
Caller, you'll have to turn your radio off. Buzz through Call You Live.
Oh, I don't think we have a caller. Rhoda, you were telling us a little bit about your story with the children and they're talented and
then that really floored you, having your friend said that.
Because imagine you by not fulfilling your purpose in the earth, stopping another generation, which stops another generation, and it becomes cyclical. Right. So when you realize that is the responsibility that you have by just doing what you're called to do, it really means something, you know. Yeah. So
Isabella, have you ever tried to host a radio show?
You know, people tell me all the time that it's something I should try, but I'm
never try.
We have a caller in line. Introduce them. Just a caller, buzz through.
Buzz through, Call You Live.
Yeah. Oh, my friend. Good blessings, brother.
Aye.
Catch him!
Big up.
Catch him. Yes, I. Give a thanks to the idea, master.
Respect. You know, it's a gospel night, you know, so.
Yes, man. I listen to Rondell, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the man sound powerful,
I tell you.
Yeah, man. Let me talk to Rondell there.
You know, he might hear you, man.
We're listening. Blessings.
Yeah, Rondell.
Yes, man. Blessings.
I hear that I mentioned Donovan Velvet.
Seeing.
You know, same pass off?
No, never know that.
Yeah, man, him pass off, man. The last time, me and him down a port in Stoke Sale, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, kind of lose him foot.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, he lose on him foot. So, me and him used to depend on a sound down a Willowfield near Magnus Post. And the man Hugh Griffith used to move those days. You remember those days?
Go again, whenever I hear the name of the sound.
Hugh Griffiths, you remember that you there?
Yeah, man, no Hugh Griffiths.
Yeah, man, me and the man Donovan Velvet used to down a Willowfield upon a son named Magnet Force.
Okay,
and
St.
a
Thomas.
sister named Pauline.
Cool.
Yeah, man. The eye tough in here.
Whenever I hear the last part, the eye.
Tough.
The eye tough, man. You tough. You told them heavy higher.
Well, if a tough essay.
Yeah.
If a tough essay. But you know, I just want you to know, say, you have a particular purpose for living on the earth, just like how me I left a purpose. And I always say this, that the purpose of a thing is in the maker of a thing.
Yeah.
That's why we normally go to Benz for fix Benz and Toyota for fix Toyota. Because them make it. So it is for you. I don't know how old you are now, but if it is that what you're living is not, you feel like say you're not complete or impact as many as you're supposed to impact. You not feel like you're just for do. What you do is just what you're supposed to do.
Yes, I have to do what you know, so you have to do.
Okay.
Yes, right.
So you have to talk about alignment. Alignment with your manufacturer. Like how Toyota have to align with for the manufacturer. So when I say that, I say make sure you align with the manufacturer. That's all I say.
Yes, I. You have to align with the manufacturer, you know,
Yeah,
that's so it there, you know,
Cool.
Yes, I.
Cool.
I
give another strength today and give a thanks today because the eye tune they make me look up.
Blessed.
Real.
To God be the glory.
Yes, man. And Bones.
Don't stop look up here. Don't
I big up a youth named Rhoda.
Big him up, man.
Yeah, man. Big up, Rhoda. Big up yourself in the way they are Vinyl from Middleton. Anyone know that big up on yourself, see?
Right.
A St. Thomas, man.
Aye. Cash him.
Cash him.
You don't know. You don't know, you ever cash, you know. You don't see it.
Yeah, man. That's actually cash him.
Yes, sir. Yes,
we give thanks to Neymar, because that stick like glue, you know. Cash him. Watch how you beat me up, you know. Cash him.
That's how them always love when you call, because I get teased the entire night because you're just not saying ma.
General, big up.
I know you have to give a thanks for the idea what's that.
Yeah,
all right, give thanks.
Big up the whole of St. Thomas to you.
Highly.
Ja. Blessed. Big up yourself, cash him. I mean, cash him. I don't want to spoil the name, cash him.
Well, big up to Jatarbe.
Why, me glad when that emergency they call it over.
I know.
You have true 2
He
months
has called in, and I've gotten a nickname since. You know, just
you need to go to the registrar office and change your name. Cash him. Yeah, run up
big
the
up
street.
to Jatarbe. Big up St. Thomas, massive locked in.
Yeah, man.
But Roda Isabella, Rondell Positive. Any parting or uplifting words for Jamaicans, people around the world, your fellow entertainers?
Me quickly, I'm on a mission presently to get every Jamaican to really understand who they are and the purpose of a Jamaican and the purpose of Jamaica. It is written, by the way, we have actually said it almost every day, but we keep missing it. It starts before God and all mankind, not before God and some mankind, not before God and Jamaicans, but all mankind. That means everybody who ever born. And then it ends this way, so that Jamaica may, under God, increase in beauty, fellowship, and prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare, not of Jamaica, but the whole human race. For me, it is suggesting that every Jamaican was created with a responsibility. The fact that you're born in Jamaica, you are created with a responsibility that is supposed to enhance the whole human race.
Yes.
And therefore, this is something that I want everybody to really start really looking at, because the Bible says it is better not to pledge than to pledge and don't keep the pledge. I've been doing this pledge since I was about 3, you know, 37 years. And just about 8 months ago, me really get the pledge.
Got you.
So that's the mission for me. And
you know, one of the nicest things is that when you run a program or a talk show, as we're doing tonight, and you kind of get things that are off the beaten track, because we don't really have much gospel artists here. And a lot of times, though, we don't get a lot of veterans. Sometimes, you see, anytime we have the gospel and the veterans, it's like you've just opened up an encyclopedia. And you have the entire volume of the encyclopedia from either 1 to 14, or how many books you have. Because you come out of the program enlightened, enriched, and powered with knowledge. So we give thanks to both of you for coming. Rondell, me know about you a long time, but I think at the first I meet you, you know. Right? And I mean...
And it's the same, because I think it's the first time meeting you too.
Yes, first time meeting Rondell. But my goodness, the way Elise will talk about you.
I'm a mother, you know.
Yes.
A long time.
She looked too young to be your mother, but, you know.
I have to forward come check her too, because when I say long time I don't see her.
A good girl, you know.
And keep doing your music and maintaining that passion. You know, because at the end of the day, I think that is what will always, you know, create that separation. Because we are living in a time where people actually are yearning for healing.
Yeah.
And I think the music is the tool that will take the front and center, because it is consumed in various ways, whether at a party, in a group, or individually, and it definitely has power to create massive change.
And I agree with that. And another thing too, it has the power, but the messenger brings more of the power of the music. And you see, you have powerful messengers here. Anybody can say.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, it is so evident. Come upon Gavin. Gavin is mute. Even normally I talk, Gavin, go on mute, Gavin is what happened.
Yeah, but we didn't get from Roda Isabella like her parting words.
The few words I'd like to leave with
yes.
our listeners are just this: live full, die empty. That simply means.
My goodness, we like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're here on the earth. God deposits some things in you as a human being, and some things lock up inside of you where sometimes we don't even know. We don't spend the time to really meditate on it and ask God, oh me do this? What is it that you want me to do? Understand? And we can do all of it. You know, don't let people put limitations on you. Don't let people lock you in borders and tell you where you can go and what.
Put you in a box.
They told me that, you know, I'm a new artist. I'm not no new artist. God has given me a gift in this earth. You understand? And that is what I'm here to do. In the earth. You understand? They say, oh, you're in a male-dominated industry, and how do you feel as a female artist trying to? I'm not trying.
You're doing it.
I'm doing it. And I just want to empower all our listeners, whether you're a man, a woman, boy or a girl, live full, die empty.
And I always heard one thing too. Everybody dies, but most people don't live. They either just survive, they're sustaining, but they don't live. So if you're living, you need to live full. Really enjoy yourself. You see me?
And living don't mean carefree.
No, live meaningful. We're out of time. We want to say a very special thanks to both of you for being on time and being professional. Of course, with the,
thank you so much, Rondell Positive and Rhoda Isabella. It was a pleasure.
And we want to say thank you for giving ear to our voices, you know, because you have people in Europe listening right now.
Yes.
All over the world.
Big up
imagine we're sitting in Jamaica and our voices are affecting nations.
All over.
So we give thanks.
All right. Well, we want to say thanks to everyone who made the buzz possible. Thanks again to our producer, Gavin Grant, our studio engineer, Nicholas Francis, social media specialist, Peter Broadwell, old boy. How are you, old chap? And, of course, in-studio DJ Teddy, the girl named Weddy. Live stream, you want to know who that is?
Yeah, big up to DJ Kamar.
And he's not very far.
And of course, big up our telephone operator, Jody K. Big up our sponsor, Rumbar Rum. With Rumbar Rum, you raise the bar.
Right.
I'm Kishima Francis.
And I'm DJ Bones. Muta Baruka is up next with the cutting edge. Until then.
And big up, did you say big up to Gavin?
Yeah, my first one.
Big up to Gavin.
He walk around beating button. Big up yourself, Gavin.
That's our time.
We're out of time. Join us next week for another exciting edition of the E-Buzz. We're out.
Is your fashion on fleek?